An ordinary milk bottle has a hidden use. It can be handy in the kitchen, so it's worth not throwing it away. It turns out that manufacturers, when creating the packaging, did not know that they used materials with hidden properties. This applies to cardboard packages, which are the most popular, as well as those made of plastic. It turns out that both can be used in our kitchen for a completely different purpose. Once we have finished the milk, we should rinse the bottle to remove any residues. Then, using a wallpaper knife, cut off its part. It's about the part of the carton that is right next to the cap. Cut out the packaging precisely, leaving a few centimeters. The most valuable part of the bottle is precisely the cap. The rest of the carton can be thrown away. This preserved part of the packaging will come in handy for organizing the pantry. Any part of any milk carton with a cap can be used in a way that I will show you shortly. Just take an open package of nuts or loose products, unscrew the cap and thread the top part of the package through it, then lay it flat and screw on the cap. Milk bottle caps are larger than standard ones. They are often made of durable plastic, making them perfect for recycling. Instead of spending a fortune on caps, you can make them from milk bottles. Never throw away the butter wrapper. These wrappers are invaluable and have a brilliant use in the kitchen. Butter is packaged in special foil-lined paper, and this material has a hidden purpose. Tossing it in the trash is a big mistake. Instead, when transferring butter to a butter dish, keep the wrapper. Fold it neatly so the buttery side is folded inward, then store it in the fridge. I keep several in my fridge, always on hand for baking. They're also great for greasing pans when cooking eggs or pancakes, adding a touch of flavor without extra hassle. When I need to prepare a baking pan, I just take one wrapper from the fridge and rub it on the inside of the pan. It's the quickest and easiest way to prepare a baking tray. You can spread a thin, even layer of butter, keeping your hands clean and achieving the perfect thin layer. Instead of throwing them away, you can make baking easier. Did you know this trick? This trick should be used in every household. Using a knife and parchment paper, you can conveniently store butter in small portions. Parchment paper pieces prevent the butter from sticking together, allowing you to freeze and thaw it easily. Simply cut parchment paper pieces and place them on the knife while cutting. Then wrap the pieces around and place them in a plastic container. This butter can be stored in the refrigerator or freezer. The drawer under the oven has a hidden function. You'll be shocked to learn what it's for. It's not designed for storing pans and sheets at all. This unassuming part of the kitchen comes in handy while cooking. When we take a dish out of the oven and don't want it to cool down quickly, all you have to do is open the drawer under the stove and put it in there. It's also useful for storing leftovers or portions for late arriving guests. The oven, working above it, effectively warms it up. As a result, the dish will stay warm for a longer time. Were you aware of this drawer function? Do you have one in your kitchen? Never throw away such mesh bags from vegetables and fruits. They are invaluable and have a brilliant use at home. In most supermarkets, we can buy vegetables packaged in plastic mesh bags. The material they are made of has a hidden purpose. Peel the mesh away from the plastic label, then cut off the metal or plastic closures. Take moisturizing soap, the one you use every day. Put it into the mesh bag and tie it at the end. Then, use it in the shower. It turns out that the surface of the mesh has exfoliating properties. It works great for massage during a bath. The mesh also makes the soap lather faster and prevents it from slipping out of your hands. It doesn't slide on the sink thanks to it. However, this is not the only use for vegetable mesh bags. If you collect them, you can use them in the kitchen. Roll several pieces tightly together. Tie them with the strings to create a small sponge. The rough structure is an excellent substitute for a metal scouring pad. It will be ideal for delicate or Teflon surfaces. I always keep it by the sink. Who would have thought that most people throw away these mesh bags in the trash? Culinary tricks taught in cooking courses. These clever peeling hacks save me a lot of time and stress. Take an orange and cut off both ends. Then, make a single cut in the peel and lay the fruit flat. This creates orange wedges that are easy to remove from the peel without having to peel the whole fruit. Mushrooms appear in many recipes. Before frying or cooking them, they often need to be sliced. To do this quickly like a chef, remove the stems first. Then stack the caps on top of each other. A long skewer will also be useful. Insert it through the mushrooms and slice them with a knife. This trick makes cutting a whole pack of mushrooms 3 times faster. Celery is a healthy and delicious ingredient. Few people know there's a quick way to get rid of its stringy parts. To do this, grab the celery by both ends and bend it. The tougher end will naturally break at the right spot. Then, lift it upwards and pull it towards the other end of the vegetable. Like magic, the stringy parts will come right off. Many people avoid buying pomelo due to the difficulty of peeling it. The thick membranes inside can be annoying and hard to separate. There's a clever trick for this. Simply slice the fruit, including the skin, into slices about 3 centimeters thick. Then, cut the slices in half. Using your hands, separate the juicy parts of the fruit. They come off easily without sticking to the white membrane. Let us know which city you're watching from. Every avocado lover should know this trick. If you've ever cut yourself while peeling or removing the pit, this method will save you a lot of hassle. Cut the avocado in half, then put the knife down. The pit can be removed in a less invasive way. Just press on the other side of the avocado, right where the pit is, and push it out from the green flesh without damaging it. You can remove the skin in 2 ways. The first requires a knife. Lay the avocado half flat and cut it in half again. Then, grab the end of the skin and peel it off the green part. It should come off easily. The second method works better for very ripe avocados. Hold one half in one hand, and with the other, use a large spoon to scoop the flesh out of the skin. Peeling kiwi isn't the easiest task, but there's a simple trick for it. Just cut off both ends of the kiwi. Then, using a metal spoon, slip it between the skin and the fruit. Rotate the spoon all around until the fruit pops out of the skin. Done. Mango can be a nightmare for chefs, all because of its hard-to-remove pit. Start by making vertical cuts down the mango, making sure the knife reaches the pit. Then, pull off the quarters. To remove the skin, you'll need a glass. Press the edge of a mango quarter against the rim of the glass, as close to the skin as possible. With a steady motion, press down, and the glass will separate the skin from the flesh in seconds. I don't peel garlic anymore. It's a waste of time and energy. All you need is a simple jar. Lightly crush the garlic head, toss it into the jar, and shake it vigorously so the garlic cloves hit the sides. After a few seconds, open the jar, and voila, the cloves have peeled themselves. I also don't use a knife to shred white cabbage. It's time-consuming, and the pieces are always too thick. Instead, I grab a piece of cabbage and use a regular vegetable peeler. Quick strokes along the edge will shave the cabbage into perfectly thin pieces. It's much faster than using a knife. Did you know about this trick?